I just really can't get over the fact that we've just seen Kenny Wallace and Lockie Tame get a bronze medal in K2 200. These guys are impressive.
C2 200 meters, A final. Again, 2 teams from Italy, 2 teams. Was that Sweden?
No, this is Canada. C2. No, there's no canoers from Sweden. Got two C2s from Italy and 2 C2s from
pressing
Canada.
buttons and reading things at the same time. I'll teach me.
And Vadim Menkov and Sarek Mirbekov from Uzbekistan, who won the C2 yesterday.
Vadim, when he crossed the line, he was so delighted. Did you see it? You probably heard it from here.
I think he actually scared young John Spence. It is on the program. His name's Craig. We call him Craig Spence. Actually, we call him a lot of things because he's the youngest guy in the team. But he scared him, actually. He told me that he looked over at Vadim Menkov and he was terrified by the look on his face. Got some excited guys here in lane 3 from Ecuador. Andres and Vincent from Ecuador. They're getting pumped up for their C2 200-meter race. Neil Otze from Germany. He just finished the C1 500 less than an hour ago with Roland Virch.
He's trying different combinations this weekend.
And here are the Italian pairs. The first one's Pietro Rapelli and Daniello Auricchio. I don't know why I'm pronouncing the Italian names when you live in Switzerland.
You're pronouncing them very, very well.
You do it.
It's very, very well, but they're switching them an awful lot.
The second crew of Daniela Santini and Luca Incoglio. Thank you.
You call them by their first names if you like. They, I guess, they're one of the form teams because they do well. But these guys medaled last weekend. Okay, interesting to note here that we've got Ben Russell and Gabriel Beauchesne-Sevigny in reverse position because we were used to seeing Ben stroke, but arguably Gabby is the stronger sprinter out of the two of them, so they switched spots. So now they've got a left in the back, which I think if you look over the crews, it's about half and half. But yesterday in the C2 1000, it was all rights in the back, which is interesting because it was a bit of a left win, so it was difficult for all crews.
Is Ben related to Michelle?
No, Ben and Michelle aren't related, but Ben is related by brotherhood to Andrew Russell, who was Gab's previous C2 partner in the Beijing Olympics and prior to it. So Gabrielle is basically a member of the Russell family, as he's been racing with one or two of the brothers over the past decade.
Well, they're on the start line, C2 200 meters.
Good shot of the Ecuadorian fellows.
In the Worlds, they reached the B final. And in Milan World Cup, I was looking at details of them last year, they took the bronze medal, so they came over last year.
So fast guys from South America here. Interesting to see how they go up against 2 Canadian crews and 2 Italian crews. And obviously, not to count out the champions from yesterday. As we were saying earlier, the canoeists seem to have an easier time than some of the other disciplines crossing over between the 1,000 and the 200. So Vadim Menkov and Sarek Mirbekov of Uzbekistan, expect a strong race from them.
And Vadim's not been on the scene as long as you, but he was the 2009 and 2010 C1 1000 world champion. He's one of the great artists of the C4 team of Wales. He's really been around a long time.
In this race.
Yeah, seems like the start system's malfunctioning. They're not going to use them.
As you correctly predicted, the start system sunk, so they're going to be doing the old-fashioned starting.
Okay, all we can hope for is a fair start then.
Well, it's a natural, it's a lovely natural setting. So let's hope we have a fair start because it can be crucial.
German crew got their paddles up already. Didn't look perfect there.
Well, there's some good starts from the lane number 2. The
Ecuador as lane 3 actually, but Ecuador in C2, as you pointed out, really fast stroke rate, as well as the second Italian crew of Daniela and Luca. Good head-on shot of the German crew there with Joel and Roland.
Well, as we mentioned, he was in the water half an hour ago, so it looks like he's nice and fresh.
I think unfortunately they got left on the line a little bit as well. But
the Italians looking to come back into it.
Ecuador, though, also big strong push from Uzbekistan in the second half here. But Italy, Ecuador,
well, Canada are going to making the move. They turn the motor on with 30 meters to go. It looks like Italy's going to take it. Very fast finish from Canada. Whoops, there's a fall.
There's Uzbekistan is in the water now, but I think if I had to guess, I'd say it went Italy, then Uzbekistan, then Canada.
It looks like they gave it their all coming over.
No, Ecuador must have been in the top 3 there. But well, definitely Danielle Santini and Luca Incoligno. No?
Yes, that's right. They were 4th last week in Duisburg. So the
strong race from Paul Bryant and Craig Spence in lane 8.
So we certainly saw the top 2 teams have the fastest reaction.
And Could have been because the speakers were off. If they were listening for the start, it could have been that they heard it first.
Do you train for all eventualities?
I can't say that
we saw at the top of your pit there, just goes in and over.
In Canada, in lane 7, Ben, Russell, and Gabriel Beauchamp-Sevigny, the reverse combination that we're used to, hang on for bronze medal after a good silver medal performance yesterday in the 1,000. So, as we pointed out, the seaboat paddlers are good at crossing over between the two distances.
It looks like the start gates are working again now.
Well, look at the confirmation. They're not calling it. I guess it's official. Italy take it from Uzbekistan, take it from Canada. So the shoot.